What you're looking at is a modified 1970s vintage analog XY data recorder. This is an Allen Plotomatic 715 and it's an XY plotter, which means that it takes an input voltage on the X terminals here and an input voltage on the Y terminals here, and it makes a drawing on the paper that corresponds to those two input voltages. So the normal application of this is that you have some signal, perhaps time, that you use to vary a voltage on the x-axis and use that to move the pen this way. And then you have something that you're measuring, perhaps amount of light level from your experiment or from your apparatus you're measuring, and you plot that this way. So this actually has a genuine felt tip pen in it, and it has a piece of paper that it draws on. So this is good, reliable technology. It's mostly old technology, but this is actually what was standard in the 1970s to take data when there weren't personal computers quite so easily available. So the first modification we've made is we're now driving this with a microcontroller. This is an Atmel AVR. It's an ATmega 168, and it's sitting on a little development board. And on the development board, I've added 8 buttons here, which will trigger different programs that are stored in the microcontroller. So there's things like pen down, pen up, and then ones like go to the home corner or to the original position there. The other modification is that we're not going to actually use this dead tree technology. We're upgrading to genuine 21st century e-paper technology here. And specifically, our implementation is the Fisher-Price Doodle Pro. So what is this thing? This is something ages 3+ that you get in the children's or young children's section of toy stores and places like Target. It has a stylus and a magnetic panel that you can draw on. And I've taken the board out of one of the larger ones. This one cost about $20. That little one costs about $10. And we have put this right in the display, and we're going to use this as our e-paper display. I got it anchored yet, more or less. So I've taken the stylus out of the larger Doodle Pro, and I've adapted it so it will fit in this holder for the old felt tip pen. And I'll press one of these buttons to get it to trigger it, and let's see what it will do. And of course what it will do is write the name of our website, Evil Mad Scientist. Okay, so that's the plotter. It does its job. It drew one of the programs that it has stored, and those other buttons also have programs that we can trigger. Now, obviously you see the weak point in this technology, which is getting the display out of here, but it can be done. All right, so here it is, and what is this? This actually is not an electronic display per se, but it's a magnetic display because I used a magnet to draw these patterns on it. But it has all the hallmarks of genuine e-ink or e-paper technology. For example, it's very high contrast display. It reflects ambient light like a regular piece of paper does, so it's actually daylight readable. It's flexible, woo, and it's erasable. So I take a magnet and as important as anything else, it doesn't require any electricity to maintain the image. So this is actually a valid display technology. So that's it, our easy to use, easy to find e-ink technology and the Evil Mad Scientist analog plotbot.